everybody, it's your girl Andrea and I'm back with another video. I'm sitting here in the big blue chair again. You probably remember it from my 15 New Year's resolutions video. So I'm back in it to discuss just a little something. So I just did an event at my school and it was called Coming Out in the Black Community. Now, it was a wonderful event. We had great interaction with the people. People participated. They asked questions. They were part of the dialogue. It was a really nice event. So I feel like we got a lot accomplished versus like if we would have done something else and nothing would have happened. But I'm glad people were engaged and people were able to interact and, you know, see our side of things. So we had a gay man who was raised by black people. He's my friend Charlie, and he was part of the discussion. My brother Kaylin, who you've seen in the previous video, he was part of the discussion as the bisexual man, of course. I was the T girl, so I was the T in the LGBT, and we had a lesbian on the panel. So we just sat and discussed a few things on the panel. They asked us questions. We all gave our each individual answers, and then we interacted with the audience. Now, it was a wonderful experience. Like I said before, we had a great time, great dialogue, and all this other stuff. And we came to a few understandings about, you know, growing up in the black community and how it affected us and like our stories and how we feel about being black and being LGBT as well. Because we're facing like the oppression of white people as being the majority and we're being the minority. And then we're facing that same oppression from black people as looking down on us like we're less than. So that's what's kind of like the intersectionality of being black and being LGBT. Because, baby, when I tell you, it's a trip, okay? Now, like I said, it was a great event, but the one problem I had with the event was the fact that not a lot of people showed up. It was probably about, I'd say it was a good like 10, 12 people that actually showed up. And of course, majority were black. I think we had an Indian girl who's there as well. And I think we had 2 black men. One was part of a fraternity, and the other one I didn't really know who he was. So that was kind of like our audience. And that really upset me because I'm glad they showed up. Anybody who showed up and y'all see this video, I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you came to support. But I'm talking to the people who didn't show up and why it's problematic. Now, during the event, we talked about building bridges so people were able to understand us from our side and our perspective, like how us being a minority inside of a minority hurts us and how we can do better to change that. But it seems like the heterosexual cisgender community was not there for it. Like, they don't come to LGBT events. I don't know if that's just because it's my campus or if it's just because the black community in general, but when I see something, what we have something called Bless the Mic, what is, you know, people get, it's kind of like a little talent show thingy. People, they sing, they dance, they do all this stuff. It's mostly singing and they like testimonies and stories and like that. Whole thing be packed. We have another thing called Sycamore Sessions, which is like a big talent show. All the black people show up for that. Black, white, gay, trans, lesbian, all that. Everybody just shows up and shows out. But when it's an LGBT event that's targeted, not many people show up. And that's really frustrating because it's just like we're not being heard, but we're putting on events so you guys can hear us, so you can help support us, so you can see where we're coming from, but you're not showing up. You're not showing the same support that we're showing you. Like when there's something going on, there's another Black Lives Matter protest, or if there's just supporting another organization, we're all out in full force. But when it's an LGBT thing, especially a black LGBT event, like there was 10 to 12 people. Where was all the black people? Black people, where are you at? Because I didn't see you. There was no support there besides the 12 people that came. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, I feel like I'm not being supported by my black community. And that was one of the problems that we talked about, was the fact that we don't feel supported by our black brothers and sisters, the cisgender heterosexual community. But we're always out in full force to support them. And before somebody says, well, what has the LGBT community done for us? Baby, the black LGBT community in general has done everything for the black community. Because guess what? We're black. You know that? In case you didn't hear it, let me say it again. We're black. So, of course we're going to show up for black events. Of course we're going to show up for black protests. Of course we're going to show up to support black people. But it doesn't seem like black people want to show up and support black LGBT people, because you need to remember that, guess what, just because we're LGBT doesn't mean that we're not black. So I just feel like the heterosexual cisgender community is not showing the Black LGBT community as much support as we show them. It's like, well, we're trying to work with you here. We really want you to understand us. We really want you to get on our side. Of course, you don't have to like us. You don't even have to fuck with us. But the fact that you could just show up, respect us, and support us, that would be lovely if that could happen. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. This is why the Black community pisses me off sometimes, because it's just like, where are you? Where are you? Why are you never in our corner? Why can you never be heard? And I know the Black community is a whole nother community. They got their own issues versus the LGBT community, but it was a Black LGBT event. So you could definitely have helped show your LGBT brothers and sisters some support, some love, just by showing up and showing out like you guys do with heterosexual events. That's all I'm saying. It's just very tiring when you see so much potential but nobody is showing it. It's just like, hey, guess what? We're having another event. It would be lovely if you could come. A lot of my LGBT friends showed up, but a lot of my Black friends did not show up. So the Black friends that I did have that are heterosexual cisgender, they didn't show up. The men that I am involved with, guess what? They didn't show up. My so-called cisgender heterosexual female friends, the fish, guess what? They didn't show up. So it's very hard to rally behind stuff that, you know, people aren't supporting. It's so hard to rally behind people when they don't support us. So baby, I support anybody who supports me. So please don't make me jump on any bandwagons. When another Black person gets shot, baby, don't come up here looking at me. Because baby, we've had multiple trans women already murdered in 2018. And who's talked about it? Because I'll wait. Where's the media outcry? Where's the rage from that? I don't hear any. Not at all. Now, that really pisses me off too, because I actually seen a video where I think they were in New Orleans. There was about three guys riding around in a car looking to beat up or looking for punks that said, I'm looking to gun a punk down in the video. It's like, well, I'm riding around looking to gun a punk down. So they see this trans woman on the corner and they get out the car and pistol whip her. Beat her down. Just harassing her and assaulting her, and of course there's nobody around, so nobody's there to help her, and all you hear is, shoot that bitch, yeah, get that bitch. It's like, what the fuck? She's another Black person like you. Why are you doing this to her? But of course, you know, we got Black on Black crime already, so we still got that issue to deal with. But it just seems just like, what the fuck is going on with y'all? Because even in the comment section, all you hear is, well, she shouldn't have been dressed like no girl. She was probably out there tricking him. So what if she was a hooker and he was out there trying to look for somebody and found out she was really a dude, and then he went off? Like, I understand that. I'm like, there was no pretense to that. They said nothing about that. They literally were in the video saying, I'm ready to gun a punk down. And all the Black people in the comments, all you heard them was condoning it. It's like, well, this isn't right, but I mean, why wasn't she fighting back? She's a nigga. Why not fight back? What y'all do not understand is that when trans women are attacked, that baby, we take female hormones. Therefore, we have more estrogen in our bodies than we have testosterone. We are not the same strong Black males that you perceive us to be. Once you're 5 years on hormones or 2 years on hormones, baby, you're being broken down. Your body is breaking down the muscle that makes you more built, makes you more muscular, makes you stronger. So we can't fight men like how you think we can. You think just because we were born male that we can just twirl with the best of them. Baby, I may look a little strong, but baby, I'm not as strong as you think I am. So if there's a 6'2", 170-pound nigga trying to fight me, I'ma lose. Regardless, I'm 5'4", 140 pounds. Baby, I barely got any muscle in my body. So when I'm over here trying to twirl with you, of course you're going to beat my ass. So no, trans women cannot fight men. It doesn't work like that. Should trans women fight women like females? No, they shouldn't. But if somebody pops off on them and they hit somebody back, then that's on you. Don't put your hands on nobody if you don't want to get dealt with. Because there's so many people that think trans women are still men and that they can just fuck with us when you really can't. That's why I carry around a knife, or baby, I got some mace, and I really want to get my gun permit just in case somebody really want to pop off on me, because I really don't have time. There's already been 3 trans women, there's 2 black trans women and 1 white trans woman who have been killed in 2018 already. And there's no outcry about that. So that's what I'm saying, that black people in the black community, they don't want to stand with the black LGBT community. And it pisses me off, especially when I'm on a college campus that's so diverse. It's so diverse. It has your Arabians, your Chinese, your Asians, you're straight, you're gay, you're lesbian, you're bi, you're transgender, you're gender fluid. It has so many diverse people on the campus, but it just seems like when it comes to black LGBT events or LGBT events in general, nobody shows up. So I don't know if that's a community thing as far as just like everywhere, but here where I stay at, it's just bullshit, and I'm so sick of it. So I just really had to get that off of my chest, at the fact that 12 people showed up for this event when it has been posted for 2 weeks, and 12 people showed up. So that's all I really have to say. It just seems like we need more support. So black LGBT community, we need to get together with the cisgender heterosexual community, and we all need to come together and support black people, black gay people, black lesbian people, black trans people, black heterosexual, black cisgender, just black, fat blacks, skinny blacks, fit blacks, slim fit, all of it. So as a black community, we definitely need to do better, and we definitely need to be more inclusive when it comes to showing our support and love for one another now. That's all I have to say for right now. In my next video, I'll be talking about my 5-year hormone update on the 15th. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Have a nice day. Bye.